Welcome, my sim aviation people. So Aussie Sapper here. I'll be taking a look at this Discus glider. That's actually free, and I'll leave the link below in the description. We're taking off from Lomas Airport, where I flew the electric first certified aircraft. That's also going to be tagged in this video, so click in there above the link if you want to have a look at that. So there's one thing you need to do first before you start out. We'll add some realism to you. So as you know, there's no throttle control. So if you've been using your throttle, like I have, I've put it to speed brakes. So if you want to assign that to speed brakes, it makes more sense because that comes in handy when you're coming into land. So you go ahead and do that, or I'll show you quickly how you do it. So you want to go to control options. What I did, I just typed it in to make things better. So I chose my hardware. So I'm using the throttle here on my Airbus TCA. So search by name, you type in speed brake, or is it spoilers? You type in spoilers. And you assign spoiler axis. Okay, don't do spoilers axis 0 to 100. Just assign spoiler axis, and you may need to check or uncheck the reverse axis depending on which way you want it to work. Right. But let's go back. Oh. So to take off from the aircraft, what we got to do, we got to click this. It's like a primary flight display, but it's just for the winch control and navigation. So we click the connect. We choose what altitude we want. Now it's in meters here, so we want the imperial units because in this part of the world we use feet, or most parts of the world we use feet. And I'm going to select 7,000 feet, and I want to launch at 70 knots. Maybe 60 knots is more realistic. So then we click launch. You get a 3-second countdown. Now there's this little circle here that you have to keep your plane into. So we reach 60 knots. We rotate. Now we want to keep the plane in the center. So to do that, we have to pull back, pull back, pull back. And we've got this graph here that will show you how far you have to go. And if you pull back too much, you'll actually disconnect from the rope at 70 degrees. It will automatically disconnects. So you won't get the full 7,000 feet. So just try and hold the plane inside the small grey circle. It's like a greyish blue circle. Hold the plane in there. Depending on what kind of corrections you have to make, I have to move a little bit to the left. So I've done that. I have to move a little bit more to the left. Oh no, sorry, to the right. I have to move to the right. So if it's to the left, you're moving to the right. There we go. We've reached our peak. Now you can see it doesn't show 7,000 feet here because the airfield elevation of where I am is 1,500 feet. But it still should show more than... It should show way more still. So I don't know what's that about. It's still pretty much a beta. Right, so we're gonna have a look out. There's no one here. We can start our turn. Now what I like about this plane, we've got this system here, the flam. So what that tells us if there's any obstacles, and it will start bleeping and tell us a direction. It will light up around the plane where we have obstacles. It's not entirely 100% accurate here, but you'll see it working every now and then. Sometimes it works when it shouldn't work. Sometimes it works when it should. Now, this is the mountain that we normally do our downwind leg over. But I will see if I can catch some thermals for you guys. Good thing about this, we got our speed brakes modelled. Yeah, you can see them up and down. We also have this water ballast thing. So as we do that, if we want to make our aircraft lighter, this is used for cross-country racing. You will see it's dumping water in the back. It's spraying some water, and it's actually affecting the weight of the plane. As you can see, it's changing right now. So we'll close that to stop us from dumping more. Oh, there's our flam system telling us we've got obstacles in front of us. And I don't know why it is, because we don't. It might be to do with the terrain, I don't know, but we're well clear of it. Okay. One thing I had to do is put the gear up. There we go, I forgot to do that. That will affect our glide. So the gear is up, that's all modelled, that nice clear gear lever. We also have a checklist here that This looks great if you're in VR because it's actually right in front of your face. The text is a bit small to read though, depending on your headset. But we can go through our checks here and the right speeds we need. But I don't do that for the sake of this video because, you know, I might get a bit boring. Now we have this dial here. This is used in gliding. I'm not a fully certified glider pilot, but I have been gliding a few times. A good few times actually. So this is to catch your next. Now we've got our tone volume here where you can hear if we're into rising air or descending air. So we can change the volume up or down. Sometimes it can be really annoying. But if you're in rising air, you'll hear this high pitched noise that'll be really higher and closer together, the beeps. That will tell you you're in rising air, so you start to circle. But we haven't caught any thermals here. This is just the demonstration. But if you want to mute that, you can. There we go. There's a bit of rising air. But I'll mute that because it might drive you crazy listening to this. I'll leave it on low volume. What else we got here? Insert tow plane. Alright, there's an add-on where you can have a tow plane and you can enable that through this switch. I haven't installed it yet. I don't know, I should have done it. But I thought, you know, I just want to quickly cover this plane. So there we go, obstacles. It must be this terrain that is beeping at me. So it's telling me whereabouts it is. We've got our compass here. This tells us our rate of descent. So right now we're in sinking air, or we are descending at this rate. Our airspeed's here, we're 70 knots. We'll come down where, well, we've gone back on our circuit here. So we'll land in the same direction as I took off from, but I'm doing an opposite circuit. It's a beautiful airfield. This is an add-on that I have. It's called Swiss Airfields. So it's got like 4 airfields around this area of East Switzerland. So Winterthur, Lomis, and Sittelsdorf, and I forgot what the third one is, but I'll put the link in the description for that also. Now we've got this beautiful slip indicator here. I forgot the technical name for it. But it tells us if we're slipping sideways and which way we need to correct. See, it's quite accurate actually. They've done a good job of it. Okay. I'm going to put our speed brakes full. And now we're going to try and make a landing. We're a bit too high. But, you know, we got Tekis here. It's telling us the ground's ahead. That's okay, it's not a problem. Playing on the runway, we can't go around because we're a glider. And hold it. We're too fast. We'll try and go around and see if we can make it. We're gonna land out, guys. Landing out. It's just a safe place. We've got civilization here. We've got a nice house. They can welcome us in for some tea and coffee. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, of course I forgot to put the gear down, didn't I? Or did I? Did I? Oh no, the gear is down. We have the gear down. I want to take off again, so what I would do is make sure the plane's at stop. At launch, we get a countdown 3, 2, 1. At 60 knots, we'll rotate. There's the airfield. Ah, we didn't land that short of it. Oh my god, we took off with the air brakes up. So I keep forgetting what way I configured the air brakes, so don't make that mistake. Uh-oh, we want to keep in a circle, we don't want to disconnect. And we've disconnected. Right. Okay, gear up. We'll try that again, shall we? But this time we'll do a proper circuit. See if we can get some thermals. This is such a relaxing plane to fly. Let's switch to our GPS so we can see where our airfield is in relation to us. We'll zoom in a little bit there. We can see the route we've taken if we choose the route. It's quite good. Tell us our information. What a beauty this is. If you just want some calm, relaxing flight, this is the way to go. And it's free. Can't complain, can ya? I really want to catch a thermal so I can show you guys. So that little yellow arrow where my airspeed indicator is, that should be where you're aiming for, or just normal gliding. If you're going below that, you want to pitch the nose down a bit and keep it above that that yellow arrow, or that yellow indicator. It's a beautiful plane. And they've modelled the wings where in gliders the wings flex upwards. As you can see, this one's wobbling, look. They've modelled that really well into this, which is quite good for a freeware aircraft. And you've got a few liveries here. Oh, look at that beautiful terrain. Don't you just have to admire Switzerland? How beautiful. Alright, we didn't catch a thermal there, but we're going to try and do some... Oh yeah, we got a GoPro here, I forgot to show you. And it is not called GoPro, it's called GotFriends, because, you know, the GotFriends add-on. One thing that is a bit weird is it's not really animated where that it's recording, so we just got a little picture here. But in VR, this actually looks really tiny. It looks about a quarter of the size of a GoPro. So in an update, I would love to see them make it more life-size, because when you look over your shoulder and you see a little miniature GoPro, it kind of looks hilarious. Okay, we're going to make a good landing out of this, I promise you guys. There you go. And there's one thing I'll show you on the ground that they've modelled into this, which is pretty good for freeware that you wouldn't expect. But I've tried in this in VR and it is good, but it's a really small plane. But I've been inside one of these before and I had a lot more headroom in real life. In VR, it seems like you've got to really duck because the canopy seems a bit small. It seems like the scale is not 100%. But I'm a tall lad, so it could be that as well. Maybe I haven't adjusted my VR from the ground level correctly, but I found it really small and claustrophobic. And these are small aircraft, small gliders, shall I say. Okay, let's put our gear down. There we go. Gear is down and locked. Yep, confirm. We're not going to put our speed brakes out until we line up final, because could stall the aircraft and crash and die. Don't want to do that today. Please. I like my virtual self. Oh! We're so far off. Here we go. Full air brake. Here we are. Oh, we're looking good. We're looking beautiful. Yep, I know the runway's in front of us. And round out about here. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Oh, beautiful. We made it, guys. We made it. I hit the brakes. We just tap the brakes. Oh, little drop. I didn't model that well. And there's one thing I'm going to show you is what we can do is open the canopy. And you can't do this in the air, otherwise air would rip it off. But it's not even modeled to do in the air. But this is beautiful that we can do this. And the whole panel in front of us lifts up. Look, we'll try that again. We close it and the panel comes down with it. Oh, that's exactly what the real glider would do. That's beautiful for a freeware. They've spent a lot of time into doing this. We've got our transponder here. We can also adjust the lights. I don't know if you really would use this, but you know, if you're in dark clouds and below the dark clouds, you need to have a little look. But I'm sure loads of you glider pilots out there would. And there it is. And there's probably stuff I forgot to cover or I just didn't know about. But there you go. Download it. Link below. Have some fun. Join me in multiplayer. I'll have details on my next community flight in the description below. And see ya. Take care of yourself. Peace. If you really liked it, like and subscribe because I'm going to cover more upcoming content. I've got these glass cockpit apps that you can use with your iPad coming up, so stay tuned. And also cover the Renault races. I haven't forgot about that.